Hello. Nadia Rousseau here, founder and CEO of Alter New Media, a purpose-forward marketing agency. Welcome to Nadia's Entrepreneurial Corner. Today, I'm going to talk to you marketing agency owners about where to find interns. And this will also apply to those business owners out there who want to start expanding their team, but might not have the financial resources to start bringing in tons of employees or contractors. Trust me, I get it. I've been there. I started out with just one VA and one intern and then grew from there. Today, even with 15 people on the team, we usually have around 3 or so interns working at the agency. So we're going to go over Acadium, Apprentice, and Handshake as the 3 primary platforms that I would recommend that you go to find your interns. First off, what is an intern anyway? An intern is somebody who is not yet ready for the workforce, or perhaps they're pivoting out of one position and moving into another role, and they're looking for learning experience, they're looking for mentorship, and they're willing to provide their time, their support in exchange for that in hopes that they will gain the experience, the resources, the information that they need to move into that career trajectory that they're seeking to find. As an example, a person who is really wanting to be an Instagram marketing strategist, they're going to go look for a marketing agency owner or marketing director who is specialized in Instagram marketing because they want to learn from that person and gain that experience so then they can pursue a job, a role in that field. Most interns, in my experience, are not super entrepreneurial in nature necessarily. A lot of them do want to have the ability to get a nice paying job after their internship or apprenticeship. The 2 words are really interchangeable. But others may be entrepreneurial and want to see from another entrepreneur how you are doing it in hopes that one day they will understand how to do it better themselves. I digress. Time to talk about the platforms themselves. So first, let's talk about Acadium.com, and that's Acadium.com. It's not Arcadium. I hear that a lot. I see that a lot. Google loves to make that mistake. It is Acadium.com. So before I open up a profile, Acadium is a platform. It's a marketplace essentially for people who are wanting to learn marketing skills specifically and are therefore seeking marketing agency owners, they're seeking CMOs, they're seeking perhaps marketing managers at bigger companies who are looking for interns. They are really eager to learn, generally speaking. Now, I will talk about a couple of the downsides to this platform, but in my experience, it's been pretty positive, more positive than negative. We have even moved about 3 apprentices into paying roles at Alter New Media since starting to utilize the platform. So I'm going to show you how it looks if you're trying to come into Acadium. So obviously you would go and create a business profile. You will sign up with Google or Apple, whatever you want to use. And I'm going to go ahead and log in, see if it'll let me log in. Actually, it might not because I'm at the sign up page. All right, so actually we're going to go to sign in because I want you to see how it looks on the back end. And while I'm doing that, I will note that the plan that I am in is a very affordable plan. I believe it's like $300 USD or so for 3 months to have 3 apprentices, up to 10 hours a week per apprentice. You heard that right. Literally only $300 per quarter to have 3 apprentices working and learning under you for 10 hours per week each. That is about to change. I believe it's going to change to an annual plan, which I don't think it'll be significantly more, but you are going to be expected to pay up front, and Google is not liking me right now. Bear with me. Yay. Refresh, save the day. So they are going to be changing the plans, but it's still going to be very affordable. And another benefit of this platform is that when you do find your chosen apprentice, there is an agreement and all of the information contained within the platform that you and the apprentice sign, which is great. And essentially that person is signing on to agree that they are going to be learning under you, while you in turn are signing to agree to mentor this person. Because if you're not providing mentorship, learning support, it's not really a win-win situation, right? Like you're essentially like getting just free labor, and that's not the point of an internship. It's not the point of having interns or apprentices to just get free labor. The point is to mentor and support people and pull them up on their journey, while you in turn get your plate freed a little bit. So this is a lot. I know, but this is the platform. If we're going to be looking, and they also have like a freelance section too, just a note. So if you did want to find paid people, you could do that. But this is the back end of like if you are looking at the candidates. And typically people are going to send you interview requests once you make your job listing, which I'm going to go over to listings here. These are the current or the past listings and existing listings. You'll see a bunch of listings that are paused because you can only, at least with this particular plan, you can only have 3 apprentices at a time. And the one that is open right now is the influencer marketing assistant position. And so we usually will archive this once we find somebody, and then we'll take it live once we are ready to open it up again. So there's a lot. Like I could do like a few videos on Acadium, but we're just going to kind of graze over some of the main, like the nuts and bolts of it. And that way you can then experience for yourself. I will leave a coupon code link in the description as well in my caption of this video. So if you want to give it a whirl, you are more than welcome to do that also. And this is not a sponsored video. I just happen to have this in my dashboard and I'm willing to give it away to you. Just say it. Okay. So this is a platform. This is like the job listing here. You want to kind of go into the perks, and regardless of you're posting an apprenticeship, internship on Acadium or another platform, you want to specify the value that this person's going to be getting from you. In my case, I have over a decade of marketing experience. I have a successful growing company. I have other people on the team that can work alongside this person. Typically, our PR and our influencer interns are working underneath our publicity and influencer outreach coordinator, who is the person that heads up my whole PR and influencer marketing division at the agency, while the content creators are usually working under our creative director. But I still come in and I provide mentorship as well because I know how valuable that will be to them. And I think it's so cool. The CEO is accessible. But yeah, so there's a lot of different features here. Again, it's a lot to go over because their platform does have some different moving parts. In general, though, when you are looking for your prospect, obviously you're going to want to create your job postings, but you can find candidates yourself. This is important. And you can invite them to apply. Now, there's a lot of different countries on Acadium. So you might want to be mindful of like time zones. If you're a company based in the UK, then you're probably going to want to keep it UK or Europe, perhaps, just because you're thinking about the time zone. If you're in the US, you might want to stick to Canada and the US. We have a global team. We have people in the Philippines, we have people in Kenya, we have people in Greece, all over the place. So we're pretty open as long as there is this awareness that's jointly built about that time zone difference. So if you are looking for, say, like, for example, I have this influencer marketing roll up, right? So I would be typing influencer marketing to see if I can find any candidates that have included that in their profile. So here's one. There's literally, looks like just one, but I think we can skip over him if we didn't want him. And then, you could invite them in if you like what you see. You see that, they're interested in these things, although I don't honestly see influencer marketing on his profile. So you might want to go through and read everything there just to make sure like they did indeed mention influencer marketing, and it's not just like the platform throwing just the word marketing into the algorithm. Now, bear in mind, most of the folks here, they don't have a ton of experience. Some of them actually do have experience, some of them don't. So you might want to factor that in when you're doing your search. But in general, it's a pretty easy platform to use. Again, I think it's about 2 interns, apprentices max for every 3 months. And I believe the plan now is around 2K for the year. But compared to paying a contractor or employee between 2 and 5K per month, depending on what you're bringing them in for, that's a big difference, right? So Acadium is a good platform. I'm going to talk briefly about Handshake now. Many people who have tried interns before are familiar with Handshake. Handshake is a little more old school intern search in the sense that it's connected with like so many different university systems throughout the country. So essentially, NYU, for example, will sign up on Handshake, University of Maryland, USC, UCLA, and like whatever, colleges all over the country will sign up because they have students in their database, obviously, across different industries who are seeking internships, who need internships for college credit. So this is a little different in terms of the structure, whereas the Acadium was mostly people who are, going through their journey. They have some experience. They may or may not be in college. This is strictly people in college. Now, I have signed up. When you sign up on Handshake, you have to get approved by the schools you wish to post the roles for. So I chose, which schools did I choose? You can go to the schools you've chosen as well as gotten approved for. So I've been approved for NYU, UCI, University of Nevada, UNLV, and USC. For some reason, believe it or not, some of the smaller schools were like, no, or you have a virtual address, you're online, we're not going to approve you. I'm like, okay, like, are we living in 1998? Good luck to your kiddos. Anyways, this whole batch here is who approved me. So I was super excited about that. Now, one thing I can say is that there are some aspects of this platform that strike me as a little bit glitchy, but you have to be patient with it. Like you can see, you can go into just kind of like Acadium, indicate your keywords like, okay, well, I want people who have marketing in their profiles. So now, okay, we see these students here, right? And I believe this is a mix of different schools. So if you find them interesting, you could check them off. You could add a label, and then you can later invite them in to apply to the role. So I know I'm not going too in depth with Handshake. I will be honest, I haven't used Handshake too much. I have actually had some interesting conversations on the platform. However, I have not actually gone to the point of onboarding somebody. We've done that much more with Acadium, and incidentally, we were paying for Acadium. This is no payment, but I would be willing to pay for it, but that's just how it's structured. So the third platform I want to note is Apprentice. ChooseApprentice.com. This is a kind of similar to Acadium in the sense that it's like also like a marketplace. You can, there's students that's on there looking for opportunities, mostly around marketing and business. However, it's almost all strictly students on Apprentice. It's not a mix of like people who want experience and students. It's almost all students. And this platform tends to stick to the Ivy League sect of students. So you're not going to get like more of that global experience. So it depends on what you're looking for. But obviously, if you are really concerned about top-notch performance, this would probably be your best bet. It is a bit pricier. I believe it's between probably approximately 2K a month. So this might be more appropriate for larger companies, or perhaps the roles that you're trying to fill would normally cost 5, 6, or 7 grand a month. So that's still significantly cheaper for you to get an intern for those roles. But I do speak very highly of the founder of this platform, who has written a very amazing book called Likeable Social Media. His name is Dave Kirpin. So for that alone, I know you would be in good hands on this platform, but it may not be the most economical choice for you just yet, depending on where you are in your journey. So those are the 3 platforms I recommend. Obviously, there's a lot of other places that you can go to find interns. Acadium, Apprentice, Handshake are 3 of the ones that I know very well, especially Acadium. I welcome you to try out all 3. Of course, I don't know if you would want to do it all at once, but perhaps you could, go from one platform to another to kind of A/B test. But let me know how it goes. I will leave, like I said earlier, a coupon code to Acadium in the caption, and drop a comment if this was valuable. If you have a question about any of these platforms or about my experience, I'm happy to answer that for you. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a good one.